When you're putting together a trio of desserts, you need to consider a number of factors. When it's being eaten, we want a range of colours, flavours and textures. So in this trio, I have a fresh fruit tart with a confectioner's custard. So in this, I have my skills of the pastry making with a rich short crust pastry and the confectioner's custard. I've got a lemon posset here, which I've piped cream on the top and served with a shortbread biscuit. So I have biscuit making and pastry making. I've got a sauce making with the confectioner's custard, and then I have the making of the lemon posset, and I've finished it off with a small piece of double chocolate brownie. So I have cake making in my desserts as well. Think about the range of colours and flavours. So I have the dark chocolate brownie, I've got the bright red raspberries, and I've added a bit of a fanned strawberry rose. I've got the swirl of cream, I've got the contrast with the yellow in the lemon posset and the confectioner's custard. I've got a small jug of cream to go with this, not that I think much of this needs any extra cream, but I've put the little jug of cream on just in case. And my flavours, I've got raspberry, lemon, chocolate, all of which could quite easily go together, but they're all different flavours. If you're putting together a trio of desserts, please don't put on a chocolate mousse and then a chocolate brownie, because you're repeating the flavours. We also don't want repetition of colour or texture. So apart from these, you could also add, you could take one of these away, you could do some small meringues. So you could do tiny meringues like meringue kisses, sandwich those together with cream, and just put one pair of meringues that have been sandwiched together with cream onto your dessert instead of something else. You could fill your pastry case with something else if you wish to. It doesn't have to be fresh fruit and cream, but you do need to remember the time that you've got. You could perhaps put some profiteroles on here if you wanted chocolate instead of the chocolate brownie. Or you could take away the lemon posset and maybe put an eclair down. That would give you two types of pastry, but the combinations are entirely up to you. What you need to make sure is that you can do a small version of the dessert. So one little fruit tart like that on its own would not normally count as a dessert, but because it's so small and it's in a trio of desserts, it's fine. The lemon posset being in a shot glass or even a smaller glass is fine because you're giving 3 desserts at the same time. And as I said, your piece of chocolate brownie, smaller than you would normally expect to be in a portion, but because you're putting 3 things together, it will work. And if you're doing this at school, you probably have a smaller biscuit cutter than I had at home, because I actually think that biscuit is too large to be included in a trio of desserts. A slightly smaller biscuit would have been better.